Elkhorn North will look to reload here in 2024. Hi, Sean Callahan, as we continue the in-state tour, and the Wolves had a semifinal season as head coach Sam Stanley is looking to build a powerhouse program in Class B, and they've got a lot of key faces coming back next season.
Yeah, we've been really happy with the growth of the program, and I think, most importantly, we've just had really great kids that have come through. We've had great leaders, some good football players, but most importantly, kids that really bought into our program and bought into our process. And we've gotten a little bit better every year, which is obviously the goal, and took a big jump last year, which really proud of. We came up a little short, but we've got a group of guys that are really hungry to finish the job and keep moving the program forward.
And one of those players they're going to really build around is Jett Tingelhoff. He's actually related to NFL Hall of Famer and former Husker Mick Tingelhoff, and he'll be featured both at the running back and defensive back positions. He had over 1,300 yards of offense and 18 touchdowns a year ago on the ground, and another 526 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I personally think I had a pretty good year this year, and as a team, we made it all the way to the semifinals in the playoffs. We're just building off of what our seniors did, and we continue to just keep working in the offseason. A lot of the dudes have done a lot of workouts, so we're just going to keep building.
Jett's been a big-time football player for us for 2 years now. Even as a sophomore, he was a huge part of the offense and what we do. And, he brings so much to the table as a player, but also as a leader. His skill set is very versatile. He can kind of do it all for us. He's really dynamic with the football in his hands. He takes a lot of carries out of the backfield for us, but could also play in the slot. He can do a lot of different things. And then defensively, he's had a tremendous career for us as well at free safety. He's got great range. He's just a playmaker, has the ability to kind of find the ball and obviously has excellent ball skills. And I think the thing that's probably the most underrated with Jett is his physicality. He definitely punches above his weight and plays a really physical brand of football.
And then Jace Reynolds, another guy that a younger player in your program, but tons of promise for somebody that's just going into his junior season.
Right. Jace has played a lot of football for us already. He started for us at the varsity level as a freshman, about halfway through his freshman year. So the playoff run that we had, he was on the field for all that. And one thing that I've just been really impressed with Jace, beyond the fact that he's a tremendous athlete, it's just the moment has never been too big for him. Even as a young player that maybe didn't have a ton of experience playing as a freshman, he's always answered the bell. And I think his freshman year we saw him, again, moment wasn't too big, answer the bell, was there when we needed him. And what I felt this past season was he now is dominating elements of games, and I just look to see that continue to grow for him.
I think I was able to help out our team greatly on the defensive side. I was able to play a little bit my freshman year. I got bumped up about halfway throughout the season, and we started out kind of slow, but then towards the end of the year we were able to pick it up. And then this year, we worked super hard in the off season to build from that past season. And I was able to have a great year this year on the edge and covering people in coverage.
And then finally, Elkhorn North has a trio of 2026 players to keep tabs on, starting with quarterback Ethan Beachy.
Ethan played a lot of football for us last year. Our senior quarterback got injured early in the year, and Ethan stepped in and did a tremendous job and played so well that we really looked to get him on the field as much as possible to get him that experience. And he did a tremendous job. He's really got a great arm talent. Ethan's a really good athlete. He can make plays with his feet, extend plays. He's a basketball player and has done well for our basketball program. And obviously all those things are super important for him as a quarterback, but his leadership and selflessness and the things that, he really checks every box.
Then you have defensive back / athlete Alex Uckman.
Look for Alex to take a really big jump. He had a tremendous sophomore season for us. Started the year off at safety, and then kind of out of necessity, we moved him to corner. And kind of threw him in the deep end early on in the year, and you know, there was some learning and development that went on, but by the end of the year, I feel like he was playing as good as any corner in our league, and so, you know, moving forward for him, he'll continue to obviously improve in those areas, but he's going to be a tremendous weapon for us offensively as well. You know, whether it be taking some carries in the backfield or working in the slot, he's a really athletic kid. He was our fastest player as a sophomore on our team, and you know, 3-sport athlete, so he's just going to continue to develop in those areas.
Then finally, linebacker / tight end Barry Freeze is a very intriguing prospect at 6'3.5" and 200 pounds already.
Yeah, Barry's going to have a big year for us. You know, with Barry, there's just not a lot of guys that big that can move as well as he can move. You know, he'll run track this spring, and he'll run, you know, hurdles and sprints, and he'll do an excellent job there. Barry really grew a lot as a sophomore. You know, it's, again, same kind of deal. The moment was never too big for him. He handled being on the big stage really well, and made a lot of plays down the stretch for us. You know, he was playing at a really high level, and I think it's just a testament to his coachability and work ethic, and then obviously his athleticism at his size.
Reporting here with Elkhorn North at the In-State Tour, I'm Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com.